Hi and welcome to the BookLab. I'm Björn and this is the place where we bring you the best book recommendations when it comes to philosophy, psychology, human nature and human potential. And today we're going to talk about The Stranger by Albert Camus. In this novel we get the first person narration from a person called Monsieur Meursault. I'm going to call him M for now because I can't pronounce the French names. And the story of Monsieur M reaches its climax on a beach where he shoots an Arab in the face. Mama died today. Or yesterday, maybe. I don't know. I got the telegram from the home. Mother deceased. Funeral tomorrow. Faithfully yours. That doesn't mean anything. Maybe it was yesterday. The book starts off with M getting the message that his mother has died. And right away you get the sense that M is not like other people. He is very detached from the world around him, and he cares more about the physical world than the emotional and societal world around him. This shows itself in when attending his mother's funeral. He's not crying, he's not affected at all, but what's bothering him is actually the heat in the room. And the same thing with the murder that he commits at the beach. He shoots an Arab first once, then 4 more times, and in court later on, smashed a bug. And in court he explains himself that it was the sun that was bothering him and caused him to do the murder. And another very interesting aspect of this book is that Monsieur M, he is expecting in his trial expected to be judged based on his crime, but is actually judged based on his character instead, because he didn't cry on his mother's funeral, because he went to see a comedy in the cinema with a new date the day after. He is actually judged based on that, and people can't understand how he acts this way. And that's one of the things that I think Camus wants to highlight in this book, that we live in a world that is without meaning, where there's no purpose, but humans, they are always seeking explanation and a purpose in everything. So there's a clash there. And the trial of Monsieur M is an example of that, and an example of this absurdity, because Monsieur M, he was bothered by the sun, and that's why he shot the person. This is totally irrational, but society won't accept that as an answer. Monsieur M, he acted irrationally, but society wants to impose a rational explanation for his irrational behavior. This is a sickness of humans, that we constantly want to find meaning where there is none. I really want to recommend this book. It's a great beach read actually, and I'm here in beautiful Greece, but I wanted to take some time just to share some books with you, because my mission in life is to inspire 1 million people to pick up great books, so the show has to go on. The Stranger, it also has a really great writing style, and I just wanted to share a small snippet that kind of shows kind of the unease you get from reading this book. And this is a conversation that Monsieur M has with his friend after his friend has just beaten up his girlfriend. Quote, "Then he wanted to shoot a game of pool. I just barely lost. Afterwards, he wanted to go to a whorehouse, but I said no because I don't like that. So we took our time getting back, him telling me how glad he was that he had been able to give the woman what she deserved. I found him very friendly with me, and I thought it was a nice moment." End quote. When I think about it, how Monsieur M expresses himself is kind of like how I write my journal entries. I write in very short sentences, quite emotionless and detached, giving equal weight to both big and small things in my life. One entry could look something like this, like, today my son took his first steps. I need to start eating more vegetables. I got The Stranger in the mail this morning. I'm looking forward to reading that book. And speaking about baby steps, I'm taking my first steps into the world of classic literature, reading The Stranger. I'm also brought Sartre's Nausea on the vacation. I'm also reading Nietzsche's A Man Alone with Himself, so expect more philosophy and more existentialism on this channel in the future. So don't forget to subscribe, like and share. It really helps me reach more people. Let me know what you're reading and what you think about the existentialists. I would love to hear it in the comments. I'm back next week with more book reviews. Most likely it will be Stoic philosophy that time. It will be Ryan Holiday's the latest book, Discipline is Destiny, that is inspired by Stoic philosophy, so don't miss that. See you next week. Björn out. I guess they just have to wait until the dogs and the bells are done.